Welcome back to Day 2 of the Platronics Gamecom CES Counter-Strike Global Offensive show matches. I'm Corey Dunn. I'll be joined by Jimmy Wisenhunt later in the broadcast for some post-game commentary. As you may have noticed, I've got the new Gamecom 780 headset, and tonight's matchup, some of the players will be utilizing them as well. So periodically, we'll do some listen-ins and hear the team in-game communication. But I can't stress it enough how important in-game communication and in-game sound are in competitive play. Of course, if you want more information about the new Platronic Gamecom 780s, be sure to check out gamecom.platronics.com/CES. So let's go ahead and get underway with tonight's matchup. It's going to be the Counter-Strike 1.6's back-to-back gaming. They'll be facing off against Counter-Strike Source's Team Dynamic to see who will be facing off against 3D Max in the finals for the $1,000 grand prize tomorrow evening. So they'll be facing off in this matchup on DE Dust, and we'll see who's going to be better, the Counter-Strike 1.6 team or the Counter-Strike Source team. But also make sure you check out after the first map. We'll be giving away 5 Counter-Strike Global Offensive beta keys and 1 Gamecom 780 headset just like this one. So let's go ahead and get underway with back-to-back gaming against Team Dynamic here on DE Dust on Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Alright, so we're about to get things underway here with back-to-back gaming going up against the one, the only Counter-Strike Source team, Team Dynamic. Team Dynamic has won several Counter-Strike Source tournaments, and back-to-back gaming is a very successful Counter-Strike 1 team. As we take a quick roster rundown for these two teams. For Team Dynamic, we have AZK, Anger, Pex, as well as adrEN and Sal, Volcano, Garoza. And then for back-to-back gaming, we've got SEMPHIS, Scares, as well as eleTN, Swag, and Sobo. As we're about to get underway here with the knife round, you can see already setting things up. Let's go ahead and switch out of this angle here and get another look here. You can see them all kind of pushing back around. Again, what this knife round does is it decides who's going to start off on what side first, as a Dynamic has already started things off, picking up a couple right there off the start. And now it's kind of evened up. Now it's going to be left up to one member here, and that's going to do it. Looks like Team Dynamic are going to figure out what side they want to start on first. And let's go ahead and see what they decide on. And they're going to go ahead and start off on the counter-terrorist side. And of course, DE Dust throughout its whole past, like I had mentioned in the matchup previously before with Ultimax Gaming and 3D Max, is DE Dust in the past for Counter-Strike during the retail version from all the way up to 1.6. DE Dust was an extremely counter-terrorist side map. And then also we had for Counter-Strike Source, it was a very CT-sided map, but here on Counter-Strike Global Offensive, they added a entry point for the underpass. So we're about to figure out, again, who is going to... the Team Dynamic has decided to join that counter-terrorist side. So let's go ahead and see what they can do here off the start now. And so that's going to put back-to-back gaming on the weaker side in this whole situation. Let's go ahead and see what's going to happen here off the pistol round. Of course, right off the start, back-to-back gaming so far looks like they are really not trying to put any real pressure. They've got some grenades coming in here in the start. Let's go ahead and switch over here. You got Sean Gares, who's still hanging out over in Spawn, finally figured out how to buy a weapon. As they finally leave Spawn, it took them 15 seconds to get away from their terrorist spawn. This Counter-Strike 1.6 team having a little bit of a tough time there off the buy menu. And Volcano early in the round picking off eleTN with that frag grenade. Switching back over here, you got AZK pushing up now. They've locked a decoy grenade in there earlier. As right now they're still taking their time. Still haven't tried to push up there. AZK spots one. lofts in a grenade, see if he can slow things down here, pushing back over still with AZK. Anger connects in with that P2000. Make that 2 coming in, both of them headshots. They're into back-to-back gaming, and that round's going to be over, and Team Dynamic go into that matchup unscathed.
Actually, no, we should buy Deagle song. We should definitely buy Deagles. Yeah, we should buy Deagle.
Sal Volcano Garoza, who's had a long Counter-Strike history, picks up the 3 kills in that game and that first round. And so Team Dynamic picks up the first round and also earlier in that knife round. So we'll see if they can continue what they've got so far. This round looks like back-to-back gaming has bought Deagle, starting to press here straight into the tunnels, taking no chance at all, not slowing down, still playing it highly aggressive here. See if they can push in here. Deagle's long range, trying to connect. Accidentally team fires there, as now there goes one. There's UMP from Pex. Pex picking up that headshot, answered back quickly. And so now it's going to be down to a 4-on-4. Sean Garrett's going to go down, and that's going to do it right there. And Team Dynamic just cleaning up shot there inside of the tunnel, shutting him down. And now the score is going to be 2-0 here in favor of Team Dynamic here over back-to-back gaming. Back-to-back gaming has had a very successful Counter-Strike 1.6 season throughout all of ESEA, and really proved themselves for what they can do and what type of talent that they have. These Canadians, for the most part, have just really shown what kind of potential they have. And as for Team Dynamic, now you can see they're really trying to make something happen here. Scare is trying to push through. He's down to a sliver. He's going to get taken out there, trying to walk his way through fire. And he finds out that it's kind of difficult to do with that that AoE, that area around the effect there. Is they've, again, just getting shut down. 3-0 is now the score here in favor of Team Dynamic over back-to-back gaming, and the confusion sets in as they're trying to buy AK-47s for this round. Looks like an AWP has been bought here for back-to-back gaming as well. Now they're going to decide exactly what they want to do here, as we're going to find out that this AWP is extremely effective. But the point is whether or not they can find the right location, the right crossing point, as now they're having trouble. More Molotov grenades being lofted, slowing them down, as Frag is just hanging out. As trying to push up there, adrEN into SEMPHIS, shutting him down. Bomb's going to be down over there on top of that catwalk area. And AZK into eleTN, and finally Scare able to get there with that 8. He's going to try to do the same here. He's going to get picked off there by Anger. And Swag has had some issues there, lagging out. So we'll take a quick moment here and see what happens. But right now, 4-0 is the score here in favor of Team Dynamic here over back-to-back gaming.
Yo, I'm just going to peek close, dude. Where you were, I'm going to peek from there, so don't stand next to me.
Right now, back-to-back is going to be playing a man down. If they didn't have enough problems as is going up against Team Dynamic and what they've done, now they're going to have to play a man down. AZK picking up 1, picking up 2 with that AWP, trying to make it 3. Teammate Pex is going to help out as well. It's going to be left up to Scares, as his teammate Swag was able to get back into the game. He's going to get picked off and finished off there at the last part of the round. 5-0 is the score now here in favor of Team Dynamic. A clean sweep so far. Team Dynamic making this one look easy. But right now it looks like back-to-back have been able to buy guns here in this round. They're going to change their pace up a little bit, taking the long path all the way around. Not going to agree entirely with all this. They're not really trying to. They're trying to figure out exactly what they're doing. Looks like they're trying to make a lot of noise, and trying to hopefully they utilize some sound. They're making them think that they're underpass and then start to push back around. This is just a little tactic, try to utilize the sound in their advantage. But right now, as much as they've been moving around, AZK is just watching from afar, picking up one. Let's go and take a look over here where AZK is at and see if he can continue. Where right here, you can see he's just trying to catch a sliver through the way as eleTN picks up with the AK. AZK right there in the lot, shooting down right keep this one going. As right there, he's still just kind of going back and forth. It's going to be left up to SEMPHIS here from Back-to-Back Gaming, as he's looking to find where AZK's at. As the bomb is down inside the tunnels, and now he's just kind of moving back and forth and trying to find his groove here, as he's going to go ahead and start to push up here, picks up the Grenon. He's going to miss with that solo jump, comes back, connects there. No scope into adrEN, but AZK finishes things off. They was down to a 2 versus 1, but Team Dynamic continues with the streak. They're sitting at 6-0 here over Back-to-Back. So as we look at the scoreboard, you can see Anger sitting at 10-1. AZK is yet to die. He's sitting at 7 kills in a row now. Volcano picking up 7-2. And Pex and adrEN, they're just picking off the stragglers that they can, whatever they have left, because Team Dynamic has just had complete control throughout the start of this game. I yet to see a bomb even get into a bomb site yet, as right now Scares is pushing in, trying to just creep his way out, see if he can get there. adrEN headshot there with that AWP there into eleTN, still pushing it back out, and AZK connects there into Scares all the way down that long hall. Sally spotted one underneath, just tapping away there. adrEN picking up one there as well. Now it's going to be left up to SEMPHIS, and I don't know what he was thinking, challenging AZK's AWP with that AK-47 as he gets picked off. One of the differences that you might notice with Counter-Strike Global Offensive's DE Dust is it does have that ambient environment with all this dust particles floating around, and actually makes an impact. The further and further away you get from an opponent, it's difficult to see. So the visibility is definitely lowered whenever you're dealing with distances here on DE Dust. And right now the score is going to be 7-0 here in favor of Team Dynamic. A typical strategy coming in here from Team Dynamic, lofting a Molotov. You can see Back-to-Back now is just waiting to loft their own Molotov in and just hope for the best. That actually puts Pex back, but in the end of the day, it really didn't do anything. It just slowed them down, allowed Team Dynamic more time to get set up. Volcano picking up 1, picking up 2. He's going to continue to pick up that hat trick, but Scares is going to shut him down. And now it's going to be left up to Scares, as he is now the LMS, the last man standing. And he's down to just a sliver of health, and he's going to get dropped there by AZK. 8-0 now in favor of Team Dynamic, as they picked a CT side on a very CT-sided map, and definitely having a lot of control here, and it just seems as if they're just going to continue to run away with this one. And it's going to be a tough road for Back-to-Back Gaming, because they have to win 2 maps against a team like Team Dynamic. And right now, if this is any precursor for what's going to happen for the rest of this match and the matchups to come between these two teams, it's not going to look pretty here for Back-to-Back Gaming, as they need to find some type of groove, because right now their top fragger so far is SEMPHIS, and he's sitting at 4-9, and Team Dynamics' Pex, who's at the 4th on their leaderboard, has 4 kills as well. So their 4th best for Team Dynamic is tied up with the best player on Back-to-Back currently. So the Counter-Strike Source team is definitely getting the best of this Counter-Strike 1.16. As right there, Scares missing over and over and over again, and it looks like he bought a Scout instead of an AWP. He misses with that shot. He's going to get shut down. And Swag's going to time out again, and we'll see if he comes back in time. But right now, scores 9-0 here in favor of Team Dynamic. A 9-round lead. If they go 15-0 and finish this one off and switch sides, of course, if this is your first time watching a Counter-Strike matchup, it is the first to 15 rounds, or first to 16 rounds. So they play 15 rounds on one side, whether it's the offensive side or defensive side. Switch sides, and then they finish off the second half. And again, as the first team to 16 rounds wins. And right now, Team Dynamic is definitely on that path as Swag respawns, comes into the game, and gets shut down. As now the score is going to be 10-0 now in favor of Team Dynamic. Again, I'm just going to go back to the scoreboard. Anger, 17-2. Volcano, 12-3. azK has not been touched inside of that A bomb site with that AWP. He's sitting at 11-0. And Pex and adrEN are just battling against themselves as they both have 4 kills. And this go around seems like things have changed up a little bit, as right now they've been able to pick up 2. This may be that opening that back-to-back gaming needs, as right now it's going to be down to a 3-on-3 now as Volcano even things back up, pushes out at the right time. Great shot by Volcano. adrEN connects, as now it's going to be left up to eleTN. eleTN missing with the option, and that was the light at the end of the tunnel just became dim, as they had no opportunity there at the end, as Volcano just shuts down the end of the tunnel into that A bomb site. And again, we are 11 rounds into this game, and back-to-back gaming has not been inside of that A bomb site this entire game. They've just now caught a glimpse of what that bomb site looks like, and so they're going to have to defend here, and defending their own pride, as they've got to figure out something here. That default setup there from Team Dynamic has really paid off here on Dust, as now it goes Pex shutting down Sobo. Scare's going to go down to Volcano. Anger now pushing up. You got one over there towards the underpass. He's actually fell back, and nice shot there by Swag connecting with that AK, as now azK just shooting long range, seeing if he can get something to connect there. As let's go ahead and switch back over here to back-to-back gaming. Swag through the box, able to pick up a headshot there with the AK. Now it's going to be down to a 2-on-3, but all of them are in the red, as Volcano gives some cover fire, able to pick off SEMPHIS. That's actually going to be bombed down. And finally, eleTN, he caught the first glimpse of a bomb site, and Swag wraps back around into the fire of Volcano. Now Volcano is just going to try to finish off this round right here, and that's probably going to do it. Oh, stays alive. eleTN wraps across the new bridge and actually slides in there by Volcano, but Volcano picks him off. And so maybe eleTN, 12 rounds in, can actually tell his teammates what a bomb site looks like, because right now the score is 12-0. Let's go ahead and spend the time now and show exactly what's happening here for Team Dynamic and why they've been so successful with those Molotovs and how they've been utilizing it. As right now you can see, we're going to hop on board here with Volcano. Volcano starts his Molotov over there, and there you go. See Anger just waiting to see if there was any miscues, and azK lofts his on the other side. So really, if you can really take a look all the way around, Volcano drops down. He spots 2. They're going to go and continue to push up. Now it's going to be down to a 2-on-2. This may be their opportunity. azK, he is not, well, he has died once. He's 11-1 right now. It's going to be down to a 2v1. This could be the first round. That back-to-back gaming is picked up, but azK connects there with that Deagle headshot. And it's now going to be down to 1-on-1, and Gears doesn't know where this bomb site's at. Trying to figure out where it's at. And again, this Counter-Strike 1.6 gamer hasn't played this enough. Again, I had mentioned whether or not they found the bomb sites, if they knew where they're at, and he doesn't. He has no clue where this bomb site's at. As right there over in the distance, if you look in the top side of your screen, this is where the bomb site used to be. And he's still just kind of looking to figure out where this bomb site's at, and he's just going to get picked off there at the end part of that round. And wow, somebody find this kid a roadmap, because he had no clue where that bomb site was at. 13-0 here in favor of Team Dynamic. And so far, let's just go back and reiterate what's been going on, why Team Dynamic has been so effective. You can see right there the Molotov cocktail in front. That's where they started off. There you decoy and a Molotov at the same time, slowing down any type of aggressive push. Volcano, nice headshot there. Make that 2 with the M4, as now he's going to loft a grenade there. They've just got control over this game. azK now playing a lot more aggressive now, as he shoots DQ hits his teammate. As right now, still kind of pushing around. adrEN picking up one. Let's go and switch back to the last person here that left. That's going to be Swag, AK in hand, down to a 1v3. And he's going to get picked off there by adrEN. 14-0. No, that's not a mispronunciation. That is the score right now for Team Dynamic. The Counter-Strike Source team obliviating the Counter-Strike 1.6 team, as they have had great control. Only one round was extremely close, where back-to-back gaming could have won, but it just came down to a misinformation. Therefore, back-to-back gaming's scares, as he couldn't find his way, couldn't get that bomb planted, and so now it looks like they have one member that's lagged out. I believe that's probably going to be Swag. Actually, it's not Swag. We'll have to figure out who that is. Who's back over in response to eleTN. So they're going to play a man down here in this 15th round, this last round of the first half. And there goes 1-2, and now it's going to be down to a 3-on-5. There goes adrEN into Scares. Now it's going to be left up to eleTN, and he's going to get locked out. That round is going to go to Team Dynamic. 15-0. They're over back-to-back gaming. So right now, back-to-back gaming, they have one heck of a feat ahead of them, as they've got to come all the way back to win this one here against Team Dynamic. And so far, they've just had such a tough time. As right now, this whole matchup is about figuring out who is going to face off against 3D Max, the Counter-Strike Source team who eliminated Ultimax Gaming, the other Counter-Strike 1.6 team. It looks as if this tournament is going to be all about playing, all about the Counter-Strike Source guys in this tournament. As right now, again, we're just waiting to see what happens here in this whole pistol round.
So you wanna keep holding back with your Deagle and just peek like down the tunnel while that go out?
They completely rolled on that first half on the counter-terror side right here on DE Dust here against back-to-back gaming. Let's see if they can continue that streak and just run with a 16-0 over this Counter-Strike 1.6 team. And right now, so the main focus is going to be here on back-to-back gaming and what they can do here in this pistol round, because it's going to be definitely a long feat ahead of them. As right now they've already got so many members moving over this. Let's back over here to the other side. AZK starting things off. There with the Deagle. He's picked up that first headshot here in the round. Volcano just waiting this one out here, taking some time. He's got one pushing up there. And he's going to get picked off by SEMPHIS. SEMPHIS with that P2000. There goes Scares. He's going to do some damage as well. Now it's going to be down to a 3-on-3. As SEMPHIS just battling it out there against AZK. There goes adrEN. That's going to be the round. That's going to be the game. Team Dynamic 16-0 over back-to-back gaming, and that's going to push us off into DE Dust 2. All right, so Team Dynamic takes that matchup 16-0 over back-to-back gaming. Let's talk about what Team Dynamic did right opposed to what back-to-back gaming did wrong. I mean, first things first, on the counter-terrorist side, we watched Volcano throw that Molotov cocktail over towards the underpass, closing down that entrance, and then we also saw the Molotov cocktail being thrown into the tunnels as well, slowing down that rush as well, which forced them to funnel in over towards the outside, over towards Catwalk. And so again, back-to-back gaming just got completely slaughtered there on the first map there on DE Dust. So that's going to bring us into our next matchup. It's going to be on DE Dust 2. We'll see if back-to-back gaming can give Counter-Strike 1.6's name a little bit better of a light than what they did in that previous match. But again, let's go ahead and talk about real fast. For those of you that are watching the stream, be sure to check out the chat for the code word and entry instructions on how to win a Counter-Strike Global Offensive beta key and the new Gamecom headset, the new Gamecom 780s. And so let's go and get underway with DE Dust 2 here with back-to-back gaming. They're down 1-0 here to Team Dynamic. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get things underway here between the matchup between Team Dynamic and back-to-back gaming. Team Dynamic took the match there on DE Dust 16-0. No mercy here for this Counter-Strike 1.6 team, as that's going to bring us to DE Dust 2, a map that has been played competitive for many, many years, and now it's going to be left up to one more person here. And this may be the last opportunity we see. They're trying to end this one, and he's going to get knifed and taken out there. So that knife round is going to go to Team Dynamic. And so far, even including the knife rounds, they have not lost a single round.
Yes, true. Whoever is in B, pre-flash and nade tunnels, I'm gonna buy a smoke swamp myself. Nade tunnels.
I'm free nading tunnels first, then I'm
Slide.
Gaming as we get ready here for DE Dust 2 between back-to-back and Team Dynamic. So let's go ahead and start things off here with back-to-back gaming. And it looks like they're just going to go ahead and start off with the Eagle Spray there inside of mid, just spamming through those double doors and hoping for a shot. And they're just utilizing every bit of the ammo that they get. Of course, these Counter-Strike 1.6 gamers are not used to the opportunity to be given clips for a weapon. In Counter-Strike 1.6, you have to buy the additional ammo for each weapon that you buy. And Counter-Strike Source, that's not the case here, as right now they're just spending so much time in T-spawn. I guess they feel comfortable back over in their own spawn. As let's go ahead and see what happens here. We're back over here on board with Swag. Swag pushing up towards long A. So far, we haven't seen any action yet. They're just going for a complete split. So the bomb is actually just outside of those B tunnels. Anger shutting down Sobo. Volcano back over into Swag. And that's Pax who gets shut down. And Volcano just picking up those 2 kills. And so now it's going to be down to a 2-on-4, pushing over here inside of this B bomb site. eleTN trying to make something happen here. eleTN watching. He's seeing through the cracks. Nice little shot there. Oh, comes out there. He almost distributed so much damage and almost came out of that 1v4 looking out pretty well for himself. But then Team Dynamic does what they've been doing all night long, or throughout all today. Doing a great job just picking up. That is their 17th round in a row. But now the score is 1-0 here in favor of Team Dynamic here against back-to-back gaming. If you want to include the knife rounds, they've won 19 consecutive rounds here against back-to-back gaming. See, Volcano just bought a UMP. And right now they're starting to work their way over there towards that B bomb site. adrEN spot. He's just trying to hold his own. He's going to go and loft a highly explosive grenade, picking up 2. That grenade is just incredible. As the UMP from Anger just trying to clean up shop. He's just going to push in there, just spraying away. And finally, SEMPHIS comes in with that Deagle head shot. But again, the score is going to be 2-0. The knowledge and know-how of what Team Dynamic is doing just proves just how much a little bit of practice can go a long way, as now back-to-back gaming, they've lost another round. 20 rounds here against this Counter-Strike Source team, as the score is 2-0 here in favor of Team Dynamic here on DE Dust 2. And it seems as if SEMPHIS bought a scout. And I don't think he knows whether or not that it is not as effective as he may think it is. He may think it's entirely effective, and in fact, all it is the exact same as it is in the other versions of Counter-Strike. It's just it's a two-shot kill weapon, unless of course you get that headshot. But scout headshot, they don't go as hand-in-hand easily. As there's a decoy grenade locked out there, goes adrEN, still just raining in the grenades, picking off scares, as now they're going to go ahead and still move in here towards this A-bomb. So let's go and switch over here towards the top A. See what we can get. He's going to get shot down there. Still now pushing in out of that bomb. adrEN's going to go ahead and back up there. He's got his teammate one over there towards long A. But watch this. He's going to loft that Molotov inside the site, and it's going to slow things down. Great utilization there of the Molotov, and that was the first time that we've seen back-to-back gaming make it into the actual bomb site and almost get a plant down, and the first time we've seen Team Dynamic utilize the tactic of a late Molotov grenade. As you can see, they're just dropping in. It looks like a pawn shop with all the different guns that are just dropped there inside of that CT spawn. 3-0 is the score here in favor of Team Dynamic, as right now they are leading this series 1-0. Even though Team Dynamic won that first map 16-0, it doesn't matter. A win is a win. It doesn't matter if they win by a lot or win by a little. It's just that's what it's going to show on the scoreboard. Is right now you can see adrEN, who's set up over here towards this B tunnel. So right now they got two heading over there towards that side. You've got one inside a pit. That's going to be Pex. Pex picking up one. He's going to try to finish off Swag. Swag under a lot of shot. He's going to get shut down there by that M4 by Pex. Finishing his off, as now it's going to be down to a 2 on. We'll make that a 1 on 5, and this is probably going to do it right here as we switch over here to eleTN. eleTN with a Glock 18 by far the weakest gun here in this game. And he's just going to go ahead and hang back over here towards those long A. Let's go and flip back around. Take a look. You can see Volcano, who is utilizing that scout. You've got the AK-47 there from Dynamic's Anger. And just kind of flipping back and forth between them all. You've got ADK, who's got the M4 in hand, who's just pushing back around. Also, you got Pex with an M4. Now they're going to go ahead and spot him here in just a second. And the UMP there from adrEN. So we can finish the round off there. Volcano taking down eleTN. That's going to do it. 4-0 is now the score here in favor of Team Dynamic. And hopefully we're not seeing take 2 of what happened there in the first matchup. But doing some math right now, 4 rounds from this game, including the knife round, they're sitting at 5. And if you include the knife round and the 16 rounds from the first map, they're sitting at 22 rounds in a row against back-to-back gaming. Right there off the start, ran nice there with the thing complete. It's going to be the terrorist side, so we switch over to Dynamics Volcano. Down Volcano grows, pushing up with an AK-47. He's got his teammate right there over on top of Catwalk. eleTN's trying to answer back now. It looks like you can just see Volcano slowing things down, making sure that there's no push over here towards the Catwalk. adrEN, or make that Anger picking up two with the AK inside of mid. He's just picking them off. It's just a pop and go there, as now you've got Pex, who comes in from the flank over there towards long A. And now the score is going to be 5-0, a 5-round lead here in favor of Team Dynamic. There's not much to decipher here. I mean, anyone that can do numbers can understand how far ahead what Team Dynamic is doing here to a team like back-to-back. Just complete and utter control in this game. as we take a look here in this 6th round. And it's a deagle save coming in here. As eleTN, I think he's trying to spam through a wall earlier. Pex back into swag, answered quickly back there by Sobo. Just been exchange of kills back and forth, really more or less an op battle. There goes Volcano. Volcano utilizing that AK, picking up 2. So that's going to flip back here to Gates, who is all by himself. The LMS here down to a 1v3. And now Garrett has been spotted. Now he's going to have to find a way here. He doesn't know where he's being shot from. It's an op that's probably just shooting around him. Let's go and take a look here. Yeah, that's going to be Volcano. Volcano has the op, and Anger's just going to slide in, pick him off with the AK. 6-0. And so far, Team Dynamic just totaling up the rounds here against back-to-back gaming. They're now 10 rounds away from winning this matchup and continuing another 16-0 run. And just for the fun of it, just keeping track in total of how many rounds they've won, including the knife round. They are now sitting at 24 rounds won. As here comes Anger. Anger picking up 1. Pex pushed up through lower B, picked up 2. And now you got Anger who's pushing up there as AZ connects there into Scares. And now it's going to be left up to eleTN. Down to a 1-on-5. And he's going to try to be able to pick them off one by one. But he has to worry about his flank side too. He doesn't even make a shot as AZK gets that last kill inside of mid. From the mid ramp and picks them off through that mid window and picks up the round. 7-0 is now the score. They're not even giving them any time to work with to make things happen. So already Team Dynamic wants to face off against a team that put on a lot of pressure on them, and actually the team that they lost to at the last ESEA event here for Counter-Strike Source. So we're going to see a battle again between Team Dynamic going up against 3D Max in the finals here for Counter-Strike Global Offensive in this beta, and see who's going to be the better team between the two on this game. But again, that's going to say on the streak that we're currently on here with Team Dynamic. eleTN getting picked off after picking up 1 there into AZK. And now it's going to be left up to 1 member left here. That's going to be Swag. Swag with AK. They've spent so much time inside of Spawn. They really haven't even got a good idea, a good picture of what's going on throughout the rest of this map. So right now, 8-0 is the score. Absolutely speechless.
Hey, we have perfect spawn to push it. Let's do it. Me and Todd. Push trap.
Do it. I'm gonna Molotov mid, so they don't fast cap.
Don't smoke close to the door, Todd.
Yeah. I'm not making things happen. Here comes out some stuns. Just be on the lookout for the first round from the pistol round. Maybe they might find a glimpse of hope here as they've changed things up a little bit. But Volcano, long range, up 1, 2, 3 with the AWP. Make that 4. Volcano trying to finish things off, picking up pace, do it. There he goes. 5 kills. He's gone so far there in that round. 5 kills with the AWP from Sal Volcano Garoza. Long A is shut down. There's no option there. Might as well go a different direction, because this is currently, you need to find a detour. 9-0 now is the score here. And SEMPHIS just popping over if they can get a pick there. And so far, the only person that got hurt out of that wreckage was Pex. And Pex has just been able to pick up 2. He's going to continue trying to do some work there inside of the tunnels. As now it's going to be left up to one last member here. That's going to be Swag. As Swag, he's going to get dropped there by adrEN. 10-0 now. A 10-round deficit. A 10-round lead. A 10-round domination here for Team Dynamic. Wow. So far, Dynamic. Let's go ahead, take advantage of this opportunity, as right now this is brought to you by the Platronics new Gamecom headset. They've got Volcano who's sitting at 13-2, Pex at 12-2, Anger at 9-2, adrEN at 8-1, and AZK at 8-3. Currently, eleTN, the only person that has more than one kill, with 6 kills. He's 6-10. And so I'll back to the action, see what happens here for this start of the 11th round. And that nade falls into place. Sobo almost goes down. He's finding out how dramatic those HE grenades. That's an overkill coming in from Volcano. Let's go and switch over to Volcano and get a look here and see what he can do for the rest of this round. Volcano just watching over inside the CT spawn. He's got his teammate working up there. AZK picks off the one inside of CT spawn. Now it's going to be left to eleTN's been manning that. Why he's currently sitting at 7-10. He's just trying to pick off the stragglers, but he's got to worry about Volcano, and that's going to finish it off. Volcano, right now, is sitting at 16-2. He's going to be the player to watch for the next round. He may be the player to watch here for the rest of this game. So let's just go ahead and take advantage. This is currently my star player, Volcano. Volcano's been watching the long A. He's been around for a long time. He recently played for Team 3D. He's had some great runs, been playing Counter-Strike 1.6 for a very long time. He's been playing Counter-Strike Source for a very long time. And now he's gotten back into the scene, and he's been extremely effective. So let's go and hop into his POV and see what he can do now. AZK picking up 2. Make that 3 by AZK. They're pushing up catwalks. This would be the perfect opportunity to watch Volcano. But for some reason, they tossed out Molotov to slow down their own push. As adrEN flanking on the backside. Let's go and switch over here to the last member here. And he's going to get sliced and diced and cut up to size. As now scores 12-0. That's 13 rounds including the knife round. If you add in the other side for the first map there on DE Dust, including the knife round, they just hit 30 rounds. 30 rounds to 0 in favor of Team Dynamic. Uncontested. It is definitive that Team Dynamic is a better team against back-to-back on Counter-Strike Global Offensive. They've been buying too and just settling. And picks up one with that AWP. Let's go and switch back over to Volcano. Volcano's going to start playing aggressive. And the op from Scares is going to win that battle. Finally shutting down a streak. But Scares can't hide. And look at this. Pex just flick-shotting around the map. He's picked up 2. And now the score is going to be 13-0 in favor of Team Dynamic. Three rounds away from Dynamic taking this matchup here against back-to-back gaming. eleTN with an op, missing that mid pick. He's just going to continue to shoot there. Volcano with a nice shot. He's going to be completely blind now. Falls back to a nice little safe zone. He's going to go ahead and continue to push up now. I'm watching those long ADD. He's you can see his movement and his awareness of what this map is all like. You can see how he's already wrapping back around. Anger's already inside of T-spawn, so be on the lookout. He's going to cause some damage, but this round is already over. 14-0. Let's go and switch back over here towards the terror side and see what they've got going on. We got an AK, 2 AKs being bought. Make that 3. Can we make it 4? We got 4 AKs and 1 scout. Let's see who has that scout. I believe this is scout. Scout does sound very similar to the AWP, the powerful Arctic Warfare Magnum. Pex picking up that first kill with the M4. Make that 2 right there. Let's go and stay on board here with Pex from Team Dynamic. As we start to push over here inside of mid, wrapping back around. Sobo picks up 1, and it looks like that area is completely on lock, and there goes adrEN picking up that Deagle headshot. They're just chasing after kills, as right now the score 15-0 was the first half score here on DE Dust, and that will bring us into the second half Only one round away from Team Dynamic eliminating Back-to-Back Gaming. Score currently 15-0 in favor of Team Dynamic, as they've done an impressive job all night long. If we look at it, totaling up the rounds right now, they've gotten 16 rounds, including the knife round already in this game. They got 17 rounds from the previous game, including that knife round. And so they're currently sitting at 33 rounds. They're looking to go the distance, picking up 34 rounds to 0. As right now, Peck starting things off here with the Deagle. Of course, it's going to be a complete Deagle battle between these two. Now it's going to be left up to two members. That's going to be Sobo and eleTN. eleTN having to wrap all the way back around. He's getting picked. Now it's going to be left up to eleTN. This is a story we've seen all day long. The eleTN, the LMS, that's going to do it as Team Dynamic takes this one 16-0, and that's going to do it 34 rounds to 0 overall all day long between Team Dynamic going against Back-to-Back Gaming. So Team Dynamic took no time of finishing off this matchup here against Back-to-Back Gaming, taking the series 2-0, winning 34 rounds in a row here against Back-to-Back Gaming. That's including the knife round, of course. But let's go ahead and send it down to Jimmy Wisenhunt to kind of give us a closer look at what happened during that matchup.
What a day number 2 here at the CES Invitational. Back-to-Back Gaming losing 34 rounds straight, as you mentioned, including the knife rounds, that is. Dynamic, absolute blowout fashion here. I don't even really know what to say about it, other than the fact that they definitely had the superior communication and the superior shots. I'm excited to see how they play here in the finals. We'll see you tomorrow. Back to you, Don.
Well, thanks a lot, Jimmy. So that means that Team Dynamic is going to advance into the finals to face off against 3D Max to see who's going to take home that $1,000 grand prize. So be sure to tune in tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. Central with the matchup between Team Dynamic and 3D Max, and more opportunities to win a new Gamecom 780 headset and more chances to win those Counter-Strike Global Offensive beta keys. So again, tune in tomorrow to the Platronics Gamecom CES Counter-Strike Global Offensive show matches.